This video should help you prepare for tomorrow's Chapter 1 test. I've written the test and looked over it, and in this video I give you an outline of what skills you will demonstrate on tomorrow's test. The first thing you'll be asked to do is to construct a dot plot for a set of data. So I give you some information about several people, and each person will end up being one dot on the dot plot. The next thing you'll be asked to do is simplify expressions by combining like terms. So we've done a lot of practicing with that, but just to make sure you know what I mean by that, simplifying expressions by combining like terms. That means if you have 3x plus 5x squared plus, say, 4x, well, you need to be able to look at that and realize that the 3x and the 4x can be combined to make 7x, but the 5x squared, because it's x squared, is an unlike term and cannot be combined. Okay, after that, you'll be given a set of data and you'll be asked to find the maximum, the minimum, and the range for that set of numbers. You'll also be asked to find the mean, median, and mode for a given set of numbers. Okay, so copy that down if you need to. Pause the video. I'm about to advance to the next screen. Alright, you'll also be asked to find the 5-number summary for a set of data. So remember, the 5-number summary consists of the following 5 points: the minimum, the what we call first quartile, the median, the third quartile, and the maximum. So I give you a set of numbers, you find the 5-number summary. You should also be able to find the interquartile range, which is Q3 minus Q1. Alright, you will construct a box and whisker plot for a set of data. Remember, whenever you're finding the median, which is one of the steps for the 5-number summary or the box and whisker plot, you've got to make sure that your data are listed in order, usually from least to greatest. Okay, next, identify coordinates of a point on the coordinate plane. So the coordinate plane, that's this thing, and then there'll be a point in any of the 4 quadrants, and you need to be able to state its coordinates. For example, over 1, 2, 3, 4, up 2, something like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, up 1, 2. So you need to be able to say the coordinates of that point are 4, 2. You also need to be able to go in the reverse direction. If I give you the coordinates, you need to be able to place them on the graph. And the problem on the test gives you actual and estimated values like we did in class. And once you graph them all, you'll also have to graph the line y equals x and explain the significance of that. Just briefly, y equals x was the line that looks like that, and the points above the line were overestimates, whereas the points below the line were underestimates, and anything that was actually on the line, that meant that the estimate was exact. Okay, one more thing that's on the test is interpreting motion graphs. So I think I'm going to advance to the next screen to describe that a little. So pause the video if you need to copy any of this information down. Okay, a motion graph. The way we do a motion graph is there'll be 2 axes. One is, oops, sorry about that. Let's undo all of that and start over. Okay, the way you interpret a motion graph, there's 2 axes. One is time, that'll be the horizontal axis, and the other one is distance. And at the beginning, time 0, someone is a certain distance, say maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 feet away from something. And if that person or object is moving away from the motion detector, the distance is going to get bigger, so it's going to get farther away from the x-axis. if someone is moving closer to the motion detector, it's going to come that way. If somebody is stationary, which means not moving, they're still, then it's going to be horizontal, because as time moves forward, the distance doesn't change. Okay, so that's the basics on a motion graph. Also, just some suggestions to prepare you best for the test. First of all, make sure to get a good night's sleep. That's very important. So make sure to go to bed on time, good night's sleep, and eat a good breakfast. Okay, these things really will make a difference for you, and you know, the more you study, the more confident you'll be, the better you'll do. I know all of you can do well. I'm looking forward to looking over your work once the test is completed. Good luck. See you tomorrow.